Good evening, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 22-8 on Saturday night. The Grand National over for another year. The most obvious winner of the last few weeks. It was so obvious that everyone was saying that it probably won't win, and it did win. It was £10 well in. A former horse of mine going back when it won an entry in Cheltenham, but when Dussino beat it, and when it fell that time, I sort of gave up on it. I thought his jumping was dodgy. That was a mistake of mine. I only had a couple of quid each way in it just today when Christina had put it up. So she put it up months ago at 33s. So fair play to her. I'm sure her wheelbarrow is full tonight. And it'll help her health, which hasn't been great the past week. Great stuff, Christina. I didn't get a chance to look at any of the comments last night. The minute I had this uploaded, or last night's video, there's an old friend home from Chicago, so he called and he was waiting outside actually for 5 minutes until it was up on the YouTube channel. So we went for pints, and creamy they were, and I could have done with a couple of more, but it was so late going out. We were in the pub until about 1:30, so messed up the morning because I had a few things to do, so I was later doing things. I wanted to get to the race or see the races, so we didn't have much luck today either. Mill Green 14-1 was placed. Hermes Allen, not as good as I thought he was. Beauport got pulled down or brought down, and went off Vanillia. That was my choice during the week, and put in to shame with the ground gone against it. If that really was good ground, that would have put it up to the winner today. But there's a few that I like tomorrow. That's why I came on. I had them sort of wrote down. We'll get them next time. The first one is the Bomber Liston. There's one just worrying thing about it, that Nico de Bonville rode him the last day, and he's not riding it tomorrow. Max Kendrick is, and Nico de Bonville is on a horse that was very well bet or beaten the last time, Scarpia from Nicky Henderson's as well. So I don't understand what's going on there at all, to be honest. But the last time the Bomber Liston, he was a famous full forward for Kerry in the time they won 4 in a row. But this is him with in the McManus colours, white cap on the left. He's up. It's in a Class 2 race, this. And he, in his previous run, he hadn't stayed the 3 miles, and it's back to this trip again. And he's up against Outlaw Peter, and there's better horses, I think, in this.
Lake, then towards the right is Pull Again Green as they move down now to the second last. Too Friendly making progress, is right in contention as well. 2 from the finish then, and getting over that it was just in front, the green of the Bomber Liston, but Outlaw Peter has come alongside once again going into the final flight of hurdles. Scarface is a length behind those in third place. Final jump now, Outlaw Peter just moving on to the Bomber Liston. Behind those is Scarface and Harbour Lake, and they run to the line. Outlaw Peter now begins to surge clear with Harry Cobden, wins by 3 or 4. Second place is just going to be the Bomber Liston.
It was Harbour Lake that was third in that race, and he ran well. He ran well yesterday in a race in Entry. The Bomber Liston, they thought enough of him to bring him over to Punchestown last year. So whether they're planning on that again, it looks like they're not. He was 8th of 25, only beaten 10 lengths. So he's lightly enough raced. 7 runs over hurdles. 1 win in a maiden hurdle, which was over pretty much the trip and the same ground, and he just had 3 places. So I just can't know why Nico de Bonville isn't riding him. That's the only thing, that's slightly off-putting, but I thought he was the best horse in this race. He's a 4-1 shot with 365. He's 7-200 to 30. Another one tomorrow that I had marked out as with each way bet the next time is Dreams Made of This. He's a 6-1 shot there. He's only 7-2 with the other bookies. But he has a run at the track that was pretty good. 30th of October. He was second of 8, only beaten 3 lengths off 100. And then the last day in Thurles, he made a mistake 3 out and he sort of lost position. But he's another McManus colours.
And Darrow Keefe are coming there strongly to Hard Press, Chain of Consequence, and Gavin Broder. Dreams Are Made of This is running down up the inside for Tom Kelly as these break away from Burley Express, but it's added bonus coming to the last. Over just in front from Chain of Consequence. Dreams Are Made of This on the inside is running on and battling it out. Chain of Consequence and added bonus, followed by Dreams Are Made of This. Inside the final 150 yards, nothing between added bonus and Chain of Consequence. Added bonus has got up from Chain of Consequence. In third place, Dreams Are Made.
He made a mistake, three out. He just lost position that time. But he's lightly raced for into Bulger, and Tom Kelly takes off £7. I had him marked out as an each way bet there because they're paying 4 places, actually 5 places, and he's 6-1. The other ones are putting him up short, and the other one is a flat horse. We backed him a couple of times before. We have Errol's out tomorrow again, but I'm giving him this run to bring him on to that they might put the hammer down then again, but I'm not 100% sure. But Swift Flight back to 6 furlongs on heavy ground out of Fast Company. You know what I think of Fast Companies on 6 furlongs or especially on heavy ground. But he's back to his last winning mark of 76. When that was when he won a maiden, but he ran well enough the last day in the Curragh. We'll have a quick look at it. He's the grey horse in about 5th in the pink and blue colours.
Harry's Hill finding in front, leads narrowly, challenged by Law for a minute on the far side of the highway rat, then Salite as they race inside the final 100 yards, and it's Law for a minute on top going to the line to repeat last year's win from the highway rat. Swift Flight ran on well in between Salite and Downforce.
Dexter furlong and the heavy ground. He had to weave traffic there twice. But he's an 8-1 shot. I thought he was a solid each way bet at 8-1. He's 11-2 with the other bookies there, paying 4 places, and maybe a small each way treble. So we have to keep going. I have to try and make a pound. We're back now to the bread and butter horse racing again. So bash the bookies over and out. There's probably a few newcomers the last couple of days that I'll mention on Monday night when we get back into our normal routine again. Good luck.